giving you guys a little story, and I tell people this all the time. I launched this in 2019, but I relaunched it in 2023 with the higher levels. So that's why we have so many success stories and so much going on here with Get Fearless Freedom, is because I realized one thing: people don't like to work for dinky checks. And I kind of got rid of that mentality years ago, but I was like, all right, so it's a sales system and I can use this for any opportunity that I'm in. But in 2023, I decided to add a 500 and 1,000 level. And now we have a 2,000 level. And guess what? I'm actually working on another level. You guys didn't know that, did you? So I'm excited about that. I'm going to start coaching on Sundays. And so we're going to have another level that's going to be commissionable for you. Okay. Because the thing is a lot of people don't know what I know, and a lot of people don't know what some of the leaders know on here. So we're going to be able to have, obviously, where we can resell this, but we're going to have a coaching. And my programmer just told me today, yes, he can do it. His schedule, he'll be able to do that. So in March, I'm going to be working on the modules for that. And I kind of see where people get stuck. Okay. So I've been helping people, thousands and thousands of people for 12 years on how to, launch their businesses, especially a member to member, peer to peer business like this, like GFF. So I'm excited about that. We're going to talk about why right now it's really, well, since September, I had a full knee replacement in September. So when I hear people say, I don't have the time, I don't have this and I don't have that, I'm like, you know what? If you're on Facebook or if you're scrolling through whatever social media, you have time to post, and that's what I did, since September. And it's just been amazing when I made that decision that my son would be the one that sets everybody up and kind of take that out of my hair. So here I'm holding one of the laptops. He just ran to the store to get this last laptop that we have, and we do them really honestly just like literally building from the ground up. So no one is doing what we're doing in the space of digital online marketing, member to member business opportunities. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Say that 10 times fast. Um, so we've really, I want to Get Fearless Freedom to be this vision, like, okay, I can make this money while I was just explaining this to Johnny before I started the recording, while I'm traveling from New York to Florida to, and Bob's parents they were in Florida before they passed away. And I'm like, okay, I want a digital marketing business that I can take with me. So no matter where we go, if you have a phone in your pocket, you can literally work GFF. You don't have to be glued to your computer. You don't have to be glued, to wherever you are, right? So that was the vision in 2019. And then of course the 2020 hit, and we took our business on the road. We purchased an RV and we traveled for a whole year, literally, with GFF. And that's when I first launched it. And I was like, you know what? I am just getting out of Dodge. I'm just going to be traveling. So I feel like Get Fearless Freedom is a movement that I want more people to know about. And so I'm always just telling people about it. And Kat and I were talking about it. We're going to have like t-shirts and hats and things like that, so that like you could be a walking billboard for GFF. So like Corey that just got his, wait, did he? Yeah, he got his laptop. See, I'm literally losing track. That's how many laptops Rob has sent out. Now, Kevin, yours is coming because you just filled out the form, but then now Karen, we just shipped hers out today. So see what I'm saying? Like it's a well-oiled machine, but you can literally take your laptop with you anywhere and make money from the comfort of your laptop, right? So you could be on the pool, you could be wherever, and you could be making money with GFF, okay? So I just wanted to kind of say that's my vision, is that more and more people keep seeing that, wow, they have a physical product, okay? And that's what I think separates us from other opportunities here, okay? So tomorrow I'm going to just go real quickly, through what we're going to go over tomorrow. It's for the elite level. So anyone that does have one of these devices, laptops, you can feel free to jump on. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, it's a different training link. We have a school platform now that I just opened. And so if you're not familiar or you're not in there yet and you're a member, let us know. We'll make sure that you guys get into that school platform, okay? So it's kind of like an extension. We want to make sure everybody knows the dates when we do the training, okay? So anyway, without further ado, my son's going to do the presentation and he's psyched. He just got done with his workout. And then if you have any questions at the end, again, it's a real simple system. You're going to love it. And here we go. All right, Rob, I'm going to make sure everybody's muted here and you can start anytime.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that. We
certainly.
already got a testimonial from Karen. Look at that. She
That's
got the email
awesome.
from Rob today and was blown away at how you set up everything. Amazing. So there you go, Rob. Great statement to
I
kick
love
off
hearing
the,
that. Love hearing that in real time, you know. It's so
yes.
cool. Let me I gotta I'm always adding stuff to these presentations, so I gotta
Yeah.
get this little
Do I
going
need to
here
talk a little
real
longer
quick.
for you?
Yeah, please delay it. Please delay
Yeah,
it.
really.
No, I think we're good. I think we are
Okay.
good. Let me just see. I'm just trying to get everything going here.
Reminds me of when I used to be, when the kids used to be at home. Now I was like, okay, Bob would be in the car and we'd do like the stockings on Christmas Eve. We'd do the stockings and I would like go back into the car and we'd say, hey, we're gonna go to dinner. And then Bob would delay the car while I was filling the stockings. So this is kind of what
Yeah,
I feel like tonight, right, Rob? So yeah, so anyway, while he's getting that ready, we are just like I said, we try to always stay on time. We just been running around today doing shipping off the laptops, so just want to make sure. So anytime you're ready, you go for it.
yeah, I will be in one moment. I'm
Okay.
actually I actually am stuck in Facebook. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Something
really?
going on. Yeah, I was trying to
Oh,
share to the stream,
okay.
and then it just totally glitched out on me.
That's
So
okay. You
let
can
me just a tech guy that's getting all technical, getting all screwed up. So let me just get this going. Why it did that, I don't know. Do
okay.
not understand it. So keep talking. That would be awesome, Mom.
All right, no worries. I can probably almost say this by heart. And I want to just show everybody. So how I prepare, how I get people onto the Zoom is like I usually take 1 hour. So, and we had Charlotte almost all day yesterday. Our granddaughter, she just turned 2 months old, believe it or not. But this is what I can show you guys behind the scenes. I send out emails for everybody. So that's one of the huge, I guess you could say, benefits for paying the monthly fee of $47. This is the done for you system that's gets set up for you. You don't have to worry about programming anything, but I log in here. To be honest, this is the just only my back office. You won't be able to see it in yours. So this is where the done for you email portal comes into play. And literally, I have all these emails in here, so I can just kind of click that button and say, okay, well, which one do I want to send out tonight? So today, for example, when you're starting to build your list, which, right, that's what we do with internet marketing is we build your list, right? We help you build your list for whatever you want to do. But I'm saying if you resell GFF and you want to resell GFF with us, then I push out emails to your prospects. It is so cool. It is literally why we've been able to double and triple our sales volume in the past couple years. Since my programmer invented this, no one else has it. All these other systems have to make you figure out how to create an autoresponder email and all this kind of stuff. Well, we got rid of all that and we threw it away. And so I sit down every single day, almost every single day. I don't want to always guarantee every single day because there's been things that's happened and popped up in our life in the past couple years. Like I mentioned, I was in the hospital, I had a knee surgery. My husband was in the hospital for 7 times last year. Okay. So I'm able to pop in here and I'm able to literally send out an email. Johnny, you probably have no idea, but you're seeing it now. But if all those emails you've been getting from me since I put you on the list, you get that from this email portal. How this works is I never see your leads though. Okay. I just want everybody to know that used to really, really irk me why other company owners, and I'm not going to name names, I never do. I'm live on my YouTube. But what I'm saying is those other companies out there that take your leads and then they'll send out a broadcast through their AWeber and hit their list with their stuff. And it used to bug the heck out of me. I'm like, wow, this is crazy that they're doing this. So I personally, how you all got here today is either by a Facebook Messenger or personal invite or through the email portal. So no one else has it. Okay. I just want you guys to know, and wave your hand whenever you're ready, Rob. No one else has this. So that's how you first got here. So I do this for your prospects for $47. I do not take 20% of the sale if I close it through the email portal. However, if I speak to your sale on the phone, and a lot of people want me to close their sales, okay? I just got the go ahead from Karen today. She's like, absolutely, Tammy, close your sales. You and your team close your sales. So I can close her sales 20%. See, so if I take my time out of my day and I'm speaking to someone, then I take 20%. That's the only time I take 20%. Is that clear to everybody? I just wanted to kind of clear that up. Rob's going to go through more of that, but it's a really neat back office. This is literally so much stuff in here. We have masterminds. We have, like I said, just so much. We'll go through that. But it all starts here. This is the extension. The Zoom is optional. You don't have to attend these Zooms, but I always like to show people. And again, I used to want to see what I was going to buy before I purchased. So that's why we came up with the Monday getting off the fence Zooms. Okay. So hopefully that helps everybody here tonight to kind of see that visual, like, wow, no wonder their community is blowing up. And wow, no wonder, because I'm a 7-figure earner and I've done email marketing for 12 years now. Okay. I've gotten,
Yep.
Mary Beth, you love those 2 emails I sent out today, I bet. She looks forward to my emails.
Good to go,
So
Mom.
it's
Good to
people to
go.
respond. Yep. Okay, go ahead.
Yep,
Thank you,
we are
Wyman.
good to go.
All right, we're good to go. Thanks, Wyman, for
We
that.
are
Appreciate it. We're going to have testimonials too at the end, so stay tuned. All right, here we go. Rob's ready.
awesome. Okay, well, welcome. Sorry for that. Sometimes the mechanic, the tech guy, has a little issue at the office or the garage. So, hey, please forgive me, right? So what we're gonna have is a little flashback. Mom talked about that. There we go. There's the RV. Super fun family time we had, and just during the whole, pandemic, it was definitely an interesting time to be in a RV, traveling around and, seeing the differences in this country. So, and with the business, because we had it, and we didn't even have the levels that we had actually at the time when we launched it in 2019. It just came into a flashback time where this is just some of the photos. I literally have just thousands, but I just had to quickly paste them in here and show you that we had a lot of fun and met a lot of great people. So
Grand Canyon. We got to see all that stuff. Yes, that
yeah,
was
it
so
was it
fun.
was awesome. So the question we have in our mind tonight are, can you make big commissions? Can you achieve your financial freedom and dreams? Can you change your location like we did, and I have, and Mom has, and many others have on this Zoom? Can you actually achieve time freedom? So time freedom is actually quite an interesting one because if you look back, if you think about this, think about people. Can we please keep muted? That'd be awesome. So what I have is I have a great rule going on. And this is a rule that I have with every single Zoom. You unmute yourself, you get to get called out. So iPhone was the unmuted. Um, we'll boot him off. Can you kick him off, Mom, please? Thanks. That'd be awesome.
Hold on a sec.
Because it seems that they
All
wanna
right,
they
so
don't
we'll give
they
him a
wanna
second try. We'll give him a second try. Third time, and then he's
cool.
off. He, she is off.
Yeah. All right, awesome. Okay, so we want to obviously get to the show here, and let's go here. All right, so what we do is we feel with life we feel like we're that little tiny ant, right, in the space of online, right? Well, that's what we feel like on there, out on the outer webs. We talk in real life. We always feel like an ant, and so. With our system, we're at the get off the fence party, right? So we're totally going to get off the fence and we're going to show you what we have, okay? So the opportunity, what I've seen most Zooms, most different opportunities I've personally come across is I've always personally put them in my mind as work. That's what I do. So we were actually indoctrinated, every single one of us, even everyone listening in right now, we were indoctrinated as much as you don't want to be, or do you want to be, or you want to get out of that indoctrination. We actually see everything as that, right? Nine to fivers, they say, okay, how many days, how many hours, how many minutes do I put into this opportunity? And so what we wanted to say is if we could create you a seven-figure business in a box, we could just totally map it out and get it right to you. That is what we created for you. So you want to get back to the person that referred you, right? The person that got you in on this Zoom as a replay, someone that tags you maybe tomorrow, the next week, a couple days from now. You want to get back to them because that is how we work it. We actually have a really great system where everyone gets the sales that they deserve. Okay. So if they refer it, they feel that it's obviously worthy and it goes to them. We have rules of the house, of course. I don't have to explain it all, but this is what we have. Of course, no distractions. I like to mitigate distractions. I personally put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'll put it on right now. There we go. Do Not Disturb. And we want to keep till the end because, like my mom said before, these bonuses, these offerings, what we have in Get Fearless Freedom, you guys are going to be mind blown. And that's not a statement of just to say on a webinar or Zoom, there's nothing like it. So the main question is we're selfish creatures, right? That is actually what we are. We don't want to be. Some people want to work on that and they want to get rid of that. But what we are is actually selfish creatures. And we want to know what is it in for us tonight, right? What is this opportunity going to change my life? What am I going to do? What am I going to bring to the table? What is the question you're going to bring to the table? That's actually the question because we have the system that already is making literally millionaires. So that's the thing, that's the question. Are you going to plug in? You're going to plug into what we have. So the three simple steps we created are this, and it's actually really cool because Mom and I, being in the industry for a long time here, we said, how can we get a lead flow to then a cash flow? And then with that cash, because money actually simply is a tool, that's it. And it can get you to where you want that freedom flow. So I had that kind of question in my mind, right? I said, okay, well, I'm obviously there for a reason, right? I was born for great purpose. I think everyone was. We all have our great timelines where we're at, right? And so we created something really hot. And we wanted to create something that is actually secrets. Mom and I were discussing this today. Actually, Mom can always pipe in. We go back and forth. But there is actually top literal secrets right now that none of these gurus, those people you're scrolling on Facebook, you're seeing, oh, look at that opportunity like a deer in headlights. Honestly, there's nothing like this, what you're about to see. And I actually in confidence say that because we created a recession-proof business that don't have to look like this. Like I don't like doing charts. By the way, I know charts, I know crypto, I know stocks, I know puts and calls and all that. I learned it. But guess what? I was tired of, quite frankly, the manipulation out there. I was tired of this, the crashes, the highs, the lows. Everyone, it's great. It's going good again. And then guess what happens? Kevin's like, yeah, nope, down to zero again. That's what they do. Okay. And also the MLMs. I'm tired personally of someone that's in my inbox about their health products. I didn't like it. I did not like it. And I also knew if I'm going to be on the sending end or selling end, I don't want to be network marketing this, right? I don't. And so also in world events, I didn't want to put tariffs on this business as well. So we created a perfect business where you guys are simply advertising a website. That's it. That's all you're doing. You're sharing the good news because it's a plug and play money system. We created all the things done for you, the time, the techiness, the traffic, the training, all on easy mode. Because us at Get Fearless Freedom, we said, okay, we could always hype you guys up. We could get you guys wanting to buy a brand new Mercedes Benz. I could go into that mode, but I'm not a typical get rich quick guy. I'm a realist because I know we live in a 2025 world with realism. We wanted to make something that works, that's actually powerful and has humble roots. So that's where Get Fearless came into play. And of course, like with anything, Get Fearless Freedom does have that, of course, in there. I've personally been going to the gym for about almost 3 years. I've lost 14 pounds in 1 month. Yes, this one last month, I've lost 14 pounds. How did I get there? Well, because I constantly am working out now. I almost have like a 4 pack, 6 pack going on, honestly. I really feel the best I've ever felt in my life, and I barely have any fat on my body because I actually put in the work. See what I'm saying? So that's actually where I'm going because with Get Fearless, it's such a great foundation of concrete. We're talking, there's always a balance between companies. You want to see a company that's been around, but you want to see the newest thing, but you want to see a company that's been around, and then you want to see the newest thing. So we
We
said,
talked
how
about that
about let's
today. You wanted one
Yes,
day
we
to say,
did, Mom.
yeah.
We did.
Now that's our
Go
favorite
ahead.
subject of the day, right, Rob? He's drinking his protein drink. But we're like, but people want to launch this and want to launch that. So that's the reason why this will always be evergreen. It will always be around because we're always going to be able to teach and train. Okay, let's go for this keyword. And I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. See, some of the top sponsors won't even tell you guys on these Zooms right here. They won't tell you that the reason why they're top sponsors is because they're ranked onto YouTube with that keyword of the
Yeah.
program that they're in, right? So I'm going to talk about that tomorrow night. But anyway, go back to what you were saying, Rob. I just had to say that it was on my mind. I was like, it was so it gets so frustrating to me, to you and I, because a lot of people aren't talking about the truths, right? And we always want to try to find the truth, the meat of the actual program and what is going on with it, the pulse of it, right?
The pulse of
So
it. I love that. I love that word. Yeah, it's actually totally true. And the pulse of it is the commissions, right, that we
yeah, the
are able to
commissions.
make with Get Fearless. Mom actually has a beautiful, radiant leadership that she puts in and instills in everyone to actually have this type of, I call it results, but also just simply where we have great people that are joining in. Corey just
Well,
got
everybody
in.
deserves
Have
it.
him.
This is the thing. Everybody
Everyone
deserves it.
deserves it.
Everybody on here on the Zoom deserves $5,000 days. And it's absolutely potentially possible. And I have to always say that because we have to say results are based upon your efforts. But I've taught so
Absolutely.
many people online that they can have those days because all you're doing again is advertising and marketing. Who's following up with your leads? Me. Who's calling your leads? Myself and a few of my team members. See? So what are you doing? You're not having to speak to anybody if you don't want to. You just tour guide them to me. I just taught a girl today. I said, okay, you work on Facebook Messenger. Why don't you do a three-way Facebook with me? So has she had to talk to that person today? No, she didn't have to talk to that person today. See what I mean? So I think so
Hmm.
many companies are, and that's just great. I mean, and that's the beginner phase. Like $5,000 days are for my more advanced, students and leaders and stuff like that because they're closing their own sales. But if you want me to close your sales, you know what I mean? Then it's going to be like, okay, let's take baby steps here. And you can introduce me to that person and I'll explain it for you because who knows the system the best? Me. I didn't
I have
program it.
invested so much time. I have invested so much time into you guys. I want to make this statement for them so they understand that the sales I've
We
made,
really truly
sure,
train people.
I absolutely do that. But what I actually have geared my, your manual transmission in a car. You're in a Porsche GT3 911, right? You're third gear, and Johnny Johnson's like, "Oh, that's what I'm talking about right there, right?" So, okay, you're in that
He's probably
GT3, you're
got
in
one.
third gear.
Johnny's got one.
Yeah, you're in third gear and you have to downshift into second because essentially what you're doing and what we've done is we brought ourselves down to your guys' beginner level. Like, where can we get them fit in with what we have? So that's why the plug and play money system is like
Hmm.
Darvel. I love this guy. I was talking to him. He's one of my good buddies. And Mary Beth as well. And what he did was he started actually sharing the actual images we give you on day one. That's actually
Hmm.
what he did. So his market, he saw it and it was like, okay, boom, there you go. There's a sale for him because obviously, it explains it. Like mom said, the system explains it. So, Kat with her incredible success too, she's an amazing leader. She can wave to you guys. Love her. And she's just so consistent and just so how can I put it? She's just got this incredible energy she brings to our Zooms as well. We have Mary Beth, back to back, and she's just a wonderful leader as well, just bringing in the sales. Like, again, you see how I keep having the arrow? Because this is what I have to do, because it's all in our Facebook group and our school and all of our communities, and just everyone is really just learning too. Like, learning is actually personally, I feel a good thing too. I had one student of mine that just said, I actually don't even really care about necessarily the money. I know it's going to help my possible other businesses I have, because by the way, we can help other businesses with our plug and play system. Kind of cool,
Yeah.
flexible like that. But we wanted to get you guys free today, right? So digital tools and marketing really has been really quite obviously a very talkative uh point, a very talk point I meant in the community worldwide. And so what's going on is we wanted to say instead of the 80%, get 50%, get 20% working and grinding out there, we wanted you guys to actually get the 100% of reselling this. So the evolution, the marketing evolution, we don't want to miss the next Bitcoin, the new iPad. I actually just got myself I'm just so naughty sometimes, guys. I have to be real with you. I just got myself a new iPad. I'm sorry. You think I'm a tech nerd. I just did. I'm
You
such
did
a
what? No,
lover.
I'm kidding. I'm teasing you.
Yeah, I'm such a lover of technology, and really getting in, and this is my excuse, right? And it's really kind of a nice life right now, the single life, because I don't have to say, well, honey, but it's good, it's gonna help my business. I don't have to do that. I could just buy an iPad and I'm good. Johnny's laughing. I love you guys. I love interacting with everyone. So
You're gonna love working
that's
with him. He's a
yeah.
character. I've known him since
Yeah.
2015, so
Right? That's good. No, it's cool. So, we're breaking folks out of this because we're a very great, fun-loving family. As you can see, we got everyone, playing that reverse Uno card because obviously they know by sharing this and knowing that we're able to close the sales, the members, help set them up as you've learned. You saw Karen's comment, and you guys can fill the comment zone of, if I personally have set you up with this system, you guys can comment, yes, I did. Robert got me going. And it's really cool because see, a mother and son duo here, we actually have that where I saw my mom's like, great success, but I also said, I want to be the tech guy in the background so no one else has to be the mechanic. So that's what I did. So I was saying, okay, great. We had the system instead of people grinding that MLM life. I think we all know that. We're grinding on there just to get $1,000 possibly residually or one sale $1,000, right? It's really or 2,000, right? So we never ship any of this stuff, which is kind of cool. And we're also we're the gold rush era, right? Everyone talks about this golden era. Well, let's actually be the real golden era, not like the talk, right? We're actually the guys that are helping other businesses out there as well. So a lot of problem with the other systems out there is they say this rah-rah, hey, this hype, this $1,000, this and that. What they're not getting down to is they're not ready helping that person. See, the hype versus actually being humble and real with another human being, that's where mom and I saw that. So the hype, you can see all the hype you want. A lot of the sales you see, that's great that they resold Get Fearless, but they're literally making tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars with our piggyback system because they're using it for some guy, literally, I kid you not. And if he's on the Zoom, sorry, but he actually got a like a plasma TV. I still talk old school. What are they? LEDs now, 4K, 8K. I know I'm a tech guy, but sometimes I'm just like, wow, crazy. They got like what 95-inch TVs out now, 100. But this guy got like a couple free TVs and simply used Get Fearless to funnel all the leads into that business. So you got to understand, we work with other businesses with that system in the back end, right? It's easy to go back there and see what we're all about. So we came along with Mom. And Mom, I'm sure you guys maybe brand new, maybe you have never actually met my mom and myself, but her mentorship, it really has helped. They say it's really how you were raised as a kid. It's actually true. It's very true. Now there are some rebels, you've seen, you're like, oh, that problem child of the family, or oh, that person. That's being a rebel. That's being someone that obviously doesn't want to be within the moral code of the family, right? But Mom actually, she really created a beautiful moral code for people that are in business. And so what she's done is a 37 plus years self-employed. I mean, just think about that. 40 years basically self-employed. And then her expertise in the mortgage, the finance, and all that. My dad actually personally, and I'm actually not kidding you, those shows on TLC and all that. He could have been on one of them. Here's the thing, he's camera shy. I'm not. I love the camera. I don't mind it. You're going to learn about that in a bit. But the thing is my dad personally has done this. So he's combined all his love and knowledge with my mom in this system as well. And here we are in Las Vegas. This was actually New York, Park MGM area. Beautiful. And so my sister actually took the route of 9 to 5. Just to let you know, guys, my sister does not do what I do. Okay. She does she's a paralegal for like the best attorney literally in the state. And so she could totally own anyone's a dollar sign. She's so good. She's phenomenal with her firm and team. So I just love her for that because, I was like, "Hey Amanda, you can help me." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I got you." So this is the thing. Everyone has their key that opens up the door. That was hers. Mine was not this, by the way. I used to work at Verizon. And you said, "Oh, that makes sense, Rob. You just got an iPad. I understand now why. You're a tech guy." Well, tech guys shouldn't be paid $11.25 an hour to talk to people that don't want to pay their cell phone bill, never want to upgrade or update their newest iPhone to the newest iOS. I was worth more. Honestly, I knew myself. I knew myself, right? And so the digital systems created that beautiful freedom. And so at 30 years old, this is what I do. I love to go and donate my time to animals. I actually do acting, by the way. I have a whole studio I go to. I do film and commercial work stuff that I do in the background. And this is my total freedom. Who can say that at 30 years old? My entire life has been freed up and paid off because of Get Fearless Freedom. Like that's a silent moment right there to think, okay, wow, 30. You're not 50, you're not 52, not 37, not 29, not 19. You're 30 and you've been able to accomplish this. This is why I want you guys to get where you are wanting to go because the time freedom matters. Like it truly me it matters. The money, the travel, the actual adventures you can go on. Because when you get $1,000 Cash App notification to your phone, that changes a lot. That actually changes a lot. When Karen gets a $2,000 sale to her Zelle or her PayPal or her wherever, that's going to change literally a lot. I can guarantee you her family and her hubby is going to be like, "Oh my goodness, wow, $2,000." So yes, the good news is we have an easy comp plan, and this is how it goes. It's instant payments. This is the meat and potatoes of the system, guys. You saw all of that. This is where it's at. It's a very simple system. We never take in any of the money. It's a peer-to-peer payment system. So if Johnny wants to accept Venmo, awesome. He can. $1,000 Venmo peer-to-peer. If Susie, Hey Susie, wants to accept maybe gold coins. Awesome, she can, because that's how the system is laid out. You can actually layer and put what you want into the system, and that's how you get paid. So we're simply reselling our digital products and tools because you guys know by simply advertising, you're reaching out to people that do need it. So it's really cool, self-serve. Kat, wonderful. Again, I love featuring Kat. I just love putting her on here because she's guys from Germany, moved over in 2019, second language to to English language, and she's amazing at it, by the way. Kat, you're freaking awesome. I can't even tell. Like she's such a beautiful friend of ours, and it's just so cool to see people that even actually took English as a second language and able to make freedom sales. That's what I call it, freedom sales, right? And so these are more testimonies. I had to screenshot, scroll, screenshot, scroll. You guys get the picture because the thing is, with these systems, it also can be worked with other businesses, right? So we created a one-click payment setup. Karen got to experience it the other day. One click, obviously, she filled out how she wants to get paid. Karen's one of our new $2,000 members, amazing gal. And so she filled in how she wants to get paid, boom, created the link, and then she was able to take it from there. And we worked together, and she's already up and running, ready to go. She's getting her actual bonus, guys. You're going to see what that's all about in the end. But it's a done for you system, right? And the reason we built this was a lot of this wording is actually out in the internet. Just to let you know, this wording is everywhere. But when you get to it, you got to pay for another system. You have to go here, you have to go look over to the stars and say, oh, hey, it looks like Virgo's out in Libra. Hopefully, they're going to give me a website to, you know, guys, I'm a character. I make jokes because
It's
that's
true.
what I see. That's literally what it is. It's raw pipe, and then you get to it, and it's not actually a duplicatable back office. So that's why we're the Blue Jeans guys. Love talking, Mom and I. We go back and forth. We've created this system where we even added new changes. This is actually a preview of the back office. Very clean, simple, nothing crazy, nothing too like, oh my gosh, that looks so outdated or it looks too modern. It's right in between because we know people are not always not necessarily techie. So we knew that we could actually create these beautiful, highest converting pages in the industry that are actually clean, right? And so we had a
If people
problem.
want to stay to the end, I was going to say, Rob, just real quickly, I don't mean to interrupt you,
Mm-hmm,
but if people
mm-mm.
want to stay on to the end, I'll show everybody my updated capture page because I actually had to update it because of the end of the month. So I always can update my capture pages, but I have to go off of my YouTube channel because I actually have a lot of, well, people that are duplicating like systems that actually rip off my pages and it's ticking me off. So when I go off of my YouTube channel, I'll show everybody my new pages. But I just want everybody to know that I came out with the original white clean pages because in solo ads and different ad places that we
And
place
we have the
advertising,
system to fully
it,
back it up.
yeah,
So
like I literally started this in 2019 and then all these other knockoffs just start coming out with these clean white pages. So I'm going to show everybody, by the way, after I'm off of my YouTube channel. So anyway, I
absolutely.
just wanted
Yeah,
to say
Mom.
that.
Yeah, yeah, no,
I'm going to work
it's
on it right
amazing.
now.
Amazing when I loved when you created this capture page with your results, and when you did this, we actually had
Yeah,
a
I had a guy
guy. I
that
kid
told me that, oh my God, he's like laughing at it. And I'm like,
he's laughing at the Lamborghini, the video.
yep,
And by the way, from that laugh, literally we did this. So
yep.
this is why when you are worried about your friends or family, you jump in, get fearless. Stop letting them laugh at you. This is a powerful statement. Start laughing at them because they are the losers that actually told you where you're not going to go. If I had people in my circle that said, Rob, you are not going to amount to jack crap, okay, I wouldn't be talking to you guys because your circle does technically matter. And this
They
is
actually say
where
the five people
people,
that you hang around actually matters. The five people that you hang around. Think
yes.
about it. I've had to literally
Yep.
just be so focused when I launched GFF in 2019 to be able to help people, to be in this mindset, to be able to say, yes, I'm going to coach and teach people. Now, if I would have listened to my guidance counselor, does anyone want to know what my guidance counselor said back when I
Yeah,
was
you
in
can
high school?
remind them.
Okay. Well, whoever gets the answer gets 100 clicks free on me, by the way, to this week. But my guy, I dropped these little questions along the way to see who's actually, whoop, there we go. Valerie got it. Valerie, you get 100 clicks. She said,
Valerie, there
you
you
are
go.
not college material. Good job, Valerie. She's paying attention. See, you don't want to sleep on this Zoom, okay? You got to look and see what we're doing here. I mean, we get these questions asked, by the way, on the phone. That's the reason why we do these Zooms, because we can collectively put everybody together. And so we answer the questions that a lot of people call in on the callback line. Okay. But yes,
Yep.
my guidance counselor told me, Tammy, you're not college material. Well, guess what? I literally wasn't. I wouldn't be sitting here if I just talked to my best friend from New York, and she's a retired school teacher, for example. She's like, so what are you doing now? I'm like, what I've always been doing for the past 12 years, coaching and teaching people, right?
True. You were telling me
And
about
she's
that
like,
today.
well, I did that, but she taught kindergartners. So I went in a different direction. See, I expanded my mindset. So the 12 years of, being an online, lead generator, basically building my list, building my following, things like that, right? Helping people. Okay. I told her, I said, this is what I love doing. It's my passion. So these are literally the 4 places that I go. I told everybody I was going to explain this tonight, divulge this is a number one question. Where do you get the leads, Tammy? So everybody on this Zoom has gotten here because of the traffic that we got on to this system, right? So you can get invited by Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Craigslist. I love my Craigslist
Yep.
auto reply software. It's so fun. And it's great because you can follow up with the email, my portal. I'll follow up with you. So those are literally the places we go. We give you the ads in order to advertise there. And I do it, like I said, I did it last year when Bob was in the hospital. What was I doing? I was driving traffic to my capture page because I really couldn't talk to anybody. Just so everybody knows, I don't network this. I drive traffic to my capture page, which then turns into a lead, which then goes to the 7-minute video, which then follows up with an email. Do you see this in your mind? This picture that I'm
Yep.
painting here tonight? Like, if you're busy, I get it. I am too. Now I'm a grandma, like Johnny said tonight. Congratulations. She's 2 months old. That's it. Like when Amanda had the C-section, I had Kat taking over for a lot of Zooms. I mean, gosh, what a wonderful, wonderful community we have. So we have people that can step in if I'm busy or whatever. But the powerful levels, I'll tell you that 90%, just so everybody knows, 90% of everybody that's joining is coming in at the 2000 level because of what Rob's doing. So Rob, you can go ahead and explain. This is a good one right here.
Would
If
love to
anyone's
explain.
here and you have another opportunity, I know I have a lot of people watching in on my YouTube, but if you have another opportunity that you want to 10 times that opportunity, I'll show you tomorrow night. If you do join at the 200 level, I'll show you how to get your campaign set up. Again, I've used this system for a lot of different things since 2019, but now I've planted my flag and I teach and train people in the Get Fearless Freedom community on how to resell it. But yeah, it's a really great system. If you're one of those people that is passionate about your, let's say, network marketing company, you can use this system for your network marketing company. I've done it. So I just want everybody to know that it has usage to it because
Usage.
there's
Yep.
other systems out there, but you can't use that system to build another business. They say you can, they say you can use the training, but when you log in and you go to look for the actual capture page system, it's not there. They'll say, well, you got to use System IO or you got to use whatever. I'm just, throwing it out
Yeah, I
there.
know. I
And
know
you
what you
can't
mean.
use it for another business opportunity. I'm just telling people the way it is. I'm just sharing the truth here tonight. So that's why I love GFF, because we can literally market and target market to other business opportunities. Does that make sense here tonight? Give me a yes. Um,
Yes, absolutely.
so type in if you guys understand what I'm talking about. But here we go. This is a favorite level of mine. I love this level. It's
Love
great.
this, love this level. Yeah, so these levels, by the way, so people say, what is Get Fearless? What are the levels? Well, we could, like, again, always have created bluff and said, okay, it's $500. Johnny, send me 500. Okay. Hey, Tim over there, send Johnny 500. We don't do that. We have products because products are, what actually make the world go around, right? But so what we did here is in these levels, each of them, you're paying one time. That's it. Okay. And so with that, you can actually upgrade. Yes, you can upgrade. So if you want to get in at the, like mom said, $200 level, you can do that. Sure, 200, but you can upgrade the difference to 300 to get you to the 500, or, again, join at whatever level you want. So the 500 level, this is amazing right here. We have the side gig hustles. We have and by the way, they're not what you think. They're totally different. They're not stuff off the internet. These are home built side gig hustles, just to let you know. So we'll show that in a bit. Craigslist auto reply software. This is something literally not done on the internet. This is not a vacation reply, by the way. Some people say, oh, it's a vacation reply. No, it's not. Built from the ground up, and you post an ad. This is how simple it is. You post an ad. So if Johnny posts an ad, or Susie posts an ad, or Art posts an ad in, let's go Los Angeles, okay? Post that ad, and a person goes, oh, hey, look it, Sally, I found an ad. They click reply. As soon as they click reply, guess what happens? This is what a lot of people think. Hey, I just got a reply from Craigslist. I just got a reply. And then they're like, oh man, where's the link? Where do I grab it? Guess what? The auto reply software automatically sent that. So the stress, get rid of it. It sends it right away. So where does that help you? Well, because when you're out at a soccer game for your son, or basketball game, or a volleyball tournament for your daughter, or whatever, you guys can have ads running for you, and they reply with that information. It's so freaking cool. So by the way, yes, you can use this for any business. Yes. So if you have a landscaping business, you have a real estate friend, you have someone that's trying to always sell you their home and property, say, hey, look, you can afford it. $500. You can actually use this software for your MLS listings. Oh, light bulbs should be going off there. Susie can resell it to all her friends that maybe she knows, or Art, or wherever in the area. If you're in, it's really cool. So this is a really good software. And we also added side gig hustles. So what we said to ourselves is, Dad and I, we were one night and we were like, we love watching Pawn Stars. I've always loved going over and saying, hey, Dad, you want to watch Pawn Stars, Storage Wars, all that. He loves that stuff. Like, this is his wheelhouse to flip, buy, and sell. And so my dad and I have always had this great relationship. We also said, people want to know and learn where to go. And so this was us, by the way, at the pawn shop, Gold and Silver Pawn Shop with Rick Harrison. Uh, yeah, we didn't get to meet him. Sucks. But we got to meet his cutout, and that was us in the back. And Dad is going, hey, oh, look at that art. I know where to get that for cheaper than this, where they're flipping it and stuff. So we said, where is the source? Where do these people have these online places to get similar items? Well, we got a Harley Davidson. Actually, it's a Softail, 1986 with 700 miles on it from a war vet. Amazing, amazing gentleman. Unfortunately, he passed. So, well, we got this, and we got this from him at an auction, and this is us, Dad and I, working on it, and we got an 18,000 plus dollar Harley Davidson for $4,500 with a side gig hustle that we share. And we have art that we flip, Dad and I. We flip Rolex watches, old antique guns, Mickey Mantle, freaking baseball signed, Rolling Stones, Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills. We're from, if you can't tell,
It's a really
we
fun
love the
weekend
Buffalo
family
Bills.
hobby.
Yeah. Yeah, we love the Buffalo Bills, so go Bills. That's
Yeah,
that's
we
my
did
little insert. That's it.
Yeah, the Buffalo Bills, I mean, we were from Western New York, so, we're big Bills fans, but, where this is what I tell a lot of, especially the online market, when I have conversation, when I do speak to people on the phone, I'm just like, but do you like buying retail assets? I mean, do you like buying retail gold, silver? Gold's gone up, what? Trying to think, my husband would know this
Oh,
right off the
it's
bat. It
insane
was
how
like
much it's
34,
now.
it was 3,400 last week. It just went dipped a little bit, but we watch the markets with the gold and silver. But like one of those Rolexes right there, he actually got, I'm wearing one of the bracelets he got me half off, solid gold. That one right there, that in the corner, that jewelry, that piece of jewelry was worth $25,000. That one there that we went and we flipped it. So, I mean, you can see how we're passionate about teaching people too, as well, how to make money outside of GFF. Like, don't, like, this is the thing. A mind expanded can never contract to its original state. Okay. So you've learned something here on the Zoom, but now you're like, okay, wow, they're buying like Rolling Stones, like stuff, art and things like that. Elvis Presley. I have a friend that
Hmm.
loves Elvis Presley. So it's like you can find these, and then it's like little honey holes and niches of other niches out there, and then you can resell to those people. So it's all in the back office at the 500 level in the bonus in the side gig hustles. I just wanted you guys to know that one right there, that was it the slot machine?
The
You
Renee
guys
Port,
just
oh,
when
slot
you got
machine. Yeah, we just sold that. Yeah, we
you
just
just
sold that
sold it
circa
when you got
1933.
back from Vegas.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, we did.
So
Yep.
anyway, we could talk probably like a whole hour. I mean, I can
We
do a
could.
special Zoom sometime on the actual stuff that we've bought and sold. It's really amazing. I love it. I love going with Bob on the weekends with it. It's really fun. So,
It's certainly honestly so cool to see that because Dad, you never get mad at him. By the way, you know how like some wives, guys, I'm talking to the gentleman, when you buy something, they go, "Why'd you do that? Why'd you buy that? Why'd you do that?" You know, I'm sorry, I'm getting in
no,
too
because I
much
know
into
he
it
knows how
tonight
to buy right,
because mom knows how to buy right and vice versa. Hey, honey, why'd you buy that? So obviously we wanna be like, okay, how can we make this happen for you guys? Because, we wanted to say, okay, we want to take it even further. We want to take it even further. So this is actually a 4,000 plus dollar value. And we do value this very, very well because we study, put it in, I actually chat GPT'd everything. And I was like, okay, wow, okay, this is quite a lot of value. So for $1,000, we have the top secret monthly masterminds. And mom actually has this once a month, and you get to attend for life. It's amazing. And so we have these think tanks that actually go on masterminds, and we actually teach you in real time. Like it's an amazing group setting that we have, and we get to teach you guys the unstuck mode, right? And actually all the YouTube stuff and my knowledge, and even like again the side gig hustles, like mom said. So that's where the 1,000 level is where we do teach with that, the all the other great stuff here. So we have you just keep these muted, Mom. Thanks.
yep, I got
So
him. I
yeah,
got
the
him.
live masterminds are so freaking cool. Even Bella, she likes tending it. Our English bulldog, she loves tending the Zooms. Fearless video marketing. Well, sorry, faceless video marketing. And so I want to gently and funly pick on, that's not even a word, gently pick on the crowd. I think a lot of you guys are off camera tonight, right? Right? Susie's off camera, Art's off camera. A lot of you guys are off camera. And I will tell you one thing. Mom said shy people make skinny kids. And so, or I think that was correct, right, Mom? Is that what you were saying?
One of my mentors told
Good.
me shy people have
Okay.
skinny kids. Yep,
Shy people have skinny kids. Okay. And
that's
so
correct.
my mom said this to me. She said, if you aren't willing to, and this was back obviously before we really came up with this blueprint and our teachings and the $1,000 level. But we said, okay, there's got to be a way because there's a lot of people that think that they can just get their, no face, zero P, and just randomly get money. Well, we did create a better blueprint for that, and that's what we teach. So it's kind of cool. You don't have to be on the camera. But like my acting coach said, Rob, you are always on camera. You walk into Walmart, you walk into Target, you walk into your local Fry's or your grocery store or Publix. You are on camera, my friends, all the time. Art is on camera. Susie, you are. When you walk into Target, you're always on camera. So that's
Big
why,
brother.
big,
I'm
yeah,
not trying
yeah,
to date
unfortunately.
myself here, but in 1984, did anyone ever read, what was it? 1984, right? I was so
Yeah,
scared of that book, but look at where we've gone. I'm not trying to go
yeah,
down that rabbit hole, but it is crazy. There's videos and there's cameras and it's everywhere. So why
yeah.
not actually take it and profit from the video revolution, honestly? You
Boom.
know,
I
just
agree.
literally, what I'm talking about is just people are crushing over here on YouTube, and that's one of my favorite marketing methods because it's automated. When you get a YouTube sale, it's because they've watched the YouTube video. Like tonight, for example, I'm live on my YouTube, right? So my following on YouTube, which I teach people how to do in the back office, and I even taught a strategy where you don't even have to do a video, by the way. So if you're thinking, oh no, I don't want to do video, no, we actually give you in the school platform, we're going to give you like tonight, like everybody that's a member is going to get a replay of this Zoom tonight. Isn't that cool? So you can then take, and I'll show you guys how to make sure to get it uploaded tomorrow night. But it is so cool to have this kind of stuff. I didn't have this. See, I wanted everybody to just have it. Again, everybody's busy, right? So you can get rid of that excuse because if you are on the computer at all, like an hour a day, that's all I had the time for last year. I promise. I was only online an hour a day. And then you want to know something crazy? In February, when Bob was having like really bad issues, right? I launched the callback line. I didn't have Kat back in February. I didn't have anyone to help me out. I was like, oh my gosh, I just launched the callback line and he's laying in the hospital. What am I going to do? You know? So I handled it. I'm the fearless mama. You got to remember, I'm unstoppable and I'm fearless. So I did all the callbacks for everybody while I was helping my husband recover. It was crazy. It was crazy times. So anyway, then we came out with the 2000 level, right, Rob, in the summer
Yes, we
here.
that was awesome.
It
Yeah, the
was.
2000, it brings everything home because it's just with the 2000, we truly live by this value. This is unheard of. Like what we do, the
Yep.
value you pay one time, 2000, what you're getting, just everything wrapped up. I call it everything wrapped up into a box, the 2000. So we have a lot of people, and this is like mom, because, we deal with every single walk of life, and when we see people's main consensus is, I love AI. I don't like AI. I love AI and I don't like AI. And it's like, okay, great. But if
They
we
still
are
want the
gonna
human
be
touch.
marketers, right? So, exactly. But what we've done is we actually humanized AI, and you're gonna learn what we do with that. So we have really powerful live masterminds that I teach how to humanize your approach with AI. So it's not taught with a lot of the other gurus. They're always talking about automate this, automate this, automate. But what you're doing is you're bringing it back home. And so I teach that along with a lot of the chat GPT. So, and of
Mhm.
course, other AI platforms I know as well. The postcard money program, the integrations that we have, everything, it's pretty freaking insane. Just some of the cool stuff that we create. Video trainings, again, I mean, these are, oh, wow, these are some cool stuff what you've loaded there, Mom. Had a programmer just like he's like, okay, it's taken me approximately 5 more hours to upload all that content. I mean, we literally load that thing. I remember that
Yeah.
our
Well,
good
yeah,
friend
one of
there.
the
He's
things
like,
was is and I never named names about other digital marketing products, but I was a top affiliate for quite a few for many, many years. And I said, geez, there's really nothing back there that's valuable to people or they can't learn when they log in back there. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna send this to my programmer. So luckily for me, I found a programmer 10 years ago that literally is like he's used to me now, sending all these videos to him. So he uploads it. In the elite level, you'll have a video vault. So a lot of people are like, hey, how do you do YouTube? How do you do this? How do you do that? Right? And how do you automate and things like that? It's all in the back office right there for you. As soon as you
yeah,
join, it's consistently in the back and every single level. So everybody knows you get my 7-figure blueprint. You get where I get the traffic. Okay. And again, I like paid traffic. It's one of my methods of marketing. I mean, again, I roll back money into my business. If I make a $2,000 sale, I'm going to put 10% back into it in advertising and click traffic, they call it. So if you're not familiar with click traffic, you can get it on different various forms. You can even do a safe list. You can do Hercules. You can do a lot of different things like that. But I just, for the simplicity of this Zoom here tonight, you can have me run your traffic literally within 24 hours. And I'm going to share the co-op traffic here tonight once I'm off of my YouTube channel tonight.
Yes, I
So
got that.
literally
I
within
got that.
24 hours of your sign up, we're almost at the, well, we are at the top of the hour. Literally when you join here tonight, we could be school bus drivers. We keep it to an hour. And just telling you guys that literally the callback hook, I'm telling you right now, a lot of people, I don't know why, they're shy. I used to be shy. Anybody know that? When I first started online, I didn't want to do videos. I
You
didn't want
very
to
much were.
I don't know if anyone remembers that, but I literally now have a knowledge over a decade of being like almost every question I pretty much know, from a marketing standpoint. Okay. Someone calls me and wants to know zip code to some country or what. I won't know that. I'm not a trivia, but I'm saying if you have a question on the actual system, I will call you, text you. And then if you're ready to sign up, then boom, you're getting that person's link. But funny part about this callback, since I did launch it for everybody that thinks I get inundated with calls, I don't. They bring them to Zooms. It's a little loophole a lot of people know about because these Zooms, you don't have to pay me 20% if you get someone on this Zoom on Monday night and I close the sale, they sign up here tonight. Yeah, I'm not taking 20%, just so that I've gotten that question. That's the reason why I covered it tonight. Okay.
Hmm.
So these Zooms are
Oh yeah.
free to your membership.
Invite.
You
Absolutely.
can invite when you
Yep.
bring them here. And I don't say, hey, you gotta now send me 20%. No, it's actually included in the $47 a month. And again, I had a mentor tell me that, you will have some costs if you're going to be running a 6-figure business. Think about it in your head. If you do some effort here, and like I said, I teach you where to go, you do have to have some costs. It's literally $47 a month, and then you don't have to pay for the 800 link. You don't have to pay for any of that, but you do have to have a autoresponder. Okay. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. There's Rob's beautiful, beautiful presentation right there. I love it because he breaks down what you get for every time we do a Zoom. You can bring people on. People enjoy it, like I said, and you can use it for any business opportunity. And a lot of people like the multiple streams of income, which is super cool. I mean, it's not like my family don't have it, but we, obviously focus on GFF to resell it. So bonus time, everyone. Let's go.
Bonus time. Oh, I can't. If I tried, they said, explain this like your life mattered on the line and there's a train about to put the brakes on. I don't think I could be loud enough because there is no bonus on in the entire universe like this because no one does it and they don't want to do it. That's the key. So a lot of people, but they don't want to do what I do. You're going to see what we do with GFF, and for people that take fast action, that want to go, they want to get going, and actually take that initiative. We actually create you a 7-figure earning business in a box. Obviously, it's so cool, and this is what we do. We wrap up everything. So everything you saw, $2,000 level, you can make it over, over and over again. You can actually consume the products because the products are amazing. You actually can learn. And I mean, man, like mom said, there's 300 ways alone to make actually extra money with AI. We actually have that at the $2,000 level. We have these Zooms to condense what we have because it's never enough. I would spend hours, by the way, explaining what we have, but I wrap it in a box. I wrap it in a business. I mean, a business in a box for you. And so we combine the digital with the physical realm. That's what we do. And so with Get Fearless, we said, you could always install the spark plugs yourself. You could, certainly, right? I mean, I personally am not a mechanic. I'm a techie mechanic. I can figure out, I actually go into Apple stores and I actually had to nudge the employee. It was a couple weeks ago. I said, "Oh, that's included," and I looked away, and they go, "What?" They, I kid you not, I've gotten offers at Apple, and I extremely love technology. Like, I love technology too. Like, it's crazy. So I said, well, how can I take everyone on my journey and get them to the finish line? So obviously, you could take it to this fine gentleman right here, and he'll install the spark plugs for you. Absolutely, he'll do it. He'll do it all for you. However, I can actually ship you a Google Chromebook right to your house and load it for you. It's that simple. You will get a business
Rob,
in a
I want
box,
everybody to
preloaded.
just, I just, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt again, but everybody on here that's gotten a laptop, say me. Everybody on here on the Zoom. Let's see how many
Yep.
have. We've sent out so many, I've literally lost track. It's been dozens and dozens and dozens of laptops. So everybody, so one, two, okay. So while you guys are doing that, Rob, you go ahead and explain. I mean, it is quite amazing. Yep, Amelia's is going to be going out on the way. Kevin's is on the way. Okay, cool. Karen gets hers on Wednesday.
This is the literal revolution that is exclusive to the online space because no one will want to do, and we are the one. We are the beacon of light that are as able to bring the digital to the physical. And so with the $2,000 level, I mean, we're talking Google Chromebooks are beautiful machines, and that's coming from a guy that just bought an iPad, has three Macs, an iMac, a MacBook Pro, Book Air. I can keep going. I love my tech, right? But when it comes to Google, they're so amazing, these little guys. And you're also getting my setup value. So what I do is I actually connect your autoresponder we talked about, right? We also, and by the way, all of this is plug and play real quick, couple clicks for you, like in the back office, because everything is actually really very simple. We have everything wrapped up in a box. So what I'm saying to you is I actually make you go to the finish line. We all want to get and be at the famous finish line, but we're also like kind of like, wait a minute, what do I? So I load all of this for you. I get, create your Facebook funnels, your solo ad funnels, your Twitter, everything. Everything is fully done for you. Karen just got her email from me, and she said in the beginning of Zoom. So, hi, Karen. I just love feedback because I love seeing people's reactions once they get the email. Corey got the email and he goes, oh, okay. This is the ultimate guide. I said, yes, read it from top to bottom, you got yourself gold. So the value, guys, 100% priceless. Mom, if you want to talk about this value, what you've seen, the struggles in your career, why it's this.
Yeah, I think just because of over the decade and the 12 years I've been, helping folks get up and running and things like that. And I think a lot of leaders will agree with me on this. And I can have Mary Beth chime in at this point and Kat and anyone else that wants to speak up. But usually it's okay, I'm signing up on the phone right now. Like I had he's not on here, but a 500 Sal yesterday and he was having trouble. And I was like, what are you on? You're on a phone. So and a lot, and that's not a problem, but I'm just saying, when people come to me, I'm usually like that problem solver. So I'm just like, okay, well, if you get on your laptop, and he's like, well, I don't have a laptop. So he's joined there and he's going to make money and upgrade. But I think the biggest thing is we don't know what to do next. So most of the companies I ever joined for me as an affiliate, and that's why I'm not now an affiliate, I'm running GFF, right? Because I was top affiliate. I not try to brag, but I usually rank up to the leaderboard like the first week. I did it with a silver company. I did it with a nutrition company. I can do it for these other companies, and they seek me, right, to be able to do that, to rank to the leaderboards. And there's always these matrices that launch, right? There's one currently right now, and it's like, but what are they teaching? Are they teaching you literally how to get a good converting capture page at 60% to 70%? No, They're not teaching that kind of stuff. And I'm going to teach you guys that tomorrow night, because one of the biggest things is people do not get enough leads onto their list. They don't get enough people to see their stuff. So guess what? They rely on people to make money for them. That's one of the problems I saw in the network marketing space, is they were searching out, oh my gosh, this person, hey, I want to join this leader because I'm going to be making more money. See, again, like Rob said, what are you thinking in your head? It's all about me. It's the bottom line. So with GFF, I'm teaching the steps. So this is not a get rich quick scheme here, okay? I've been teaching people for years how to do this, how I'm doing this, how I put $10,000 to $12,000 in my pocket in a week. See what I mean? Like there's a big difference between company owners and then me actually doing it because I used to be an affiliate. So that's the problem. And then of course the next one again is a lot of people want value. So they wanted to, to see kind of like, well, what do you have for $2,000, right? And so that's one of the things I think that why GFF is just literally, like Mary Beth said it last Zoom, it's going viral. That's the reason why. It's because people want that physical in their hand, I have a lot of plans for that next level up. I'm telling you. Yeah, the
Oh yeah.
spillover never really happens. I'll be honest with you.
No.
I've been in a lot of that stuff and it just doesn't happen. And a lot of those programs, they don't teach the right thing. They teach the lazy mode, I call it. Here we're teaching real true, internet marketers the proper steps, because guess what? A lot of those companies aren't even telling you that your Gmail's not working anymore, that you need to have a paid
No.
email for autoresponders. I'm telling you, I'm talking real stuff here tonight. And it's like they get frustrated and then they'll quit. So here you're going to have an actual step-by-step guide. You're going to be able to jump on tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, write it down right now. Write it down, because Tuesday night, it's going to be for the elite crew. It's the last of the month. Okay. So anyone that joined GFF this month at any level, make sure you get back to your sponsors, referring members, I have to say, make sure you get with your members. We're going to have an actual party tomorrow night. We're going to teach people some really great stuff. How to literally blow up these Zooms, for example. Like there's so many things in my head that I've learned over the past 12 years, and I have amazing people on here. Yeah, we forgot to share. We got all these Chromebooks. Dave's not on here, but that's another one. Kevin's on here. Amelia's on here, but I just want people to know that if you're at the 500 or 1,000, all you got to do is upgrade in the back office, pay the difference. Come on our Zoom tomorrow night, our elite party. That's the bonus that you get for joining tonight. And I'm telling you right now, you will learn a lot. So I'm going to pass it over, Rob. Let's pass it over to, and of course, all this is over and
Is
above. I'm going to pass
included.
it over to Mary
Yeah,
Beth
this is
so that we can
yeah,
wrap it up. Yeah. Oh, we
sure.
forgot about the
Let's
school
go.
community. Yeah. There's just so much.
Yeah. Oh, there's
We
so
want to
much, but
keep it
I
tight.
love to hear from Mary Beth.
Yep. Let's hear from Mary Beth if she wants to talk,
Okay,
and
I'm
Valerie,
happy to share.
anyone.
Yeah, I mean, you and Rob did a fantastic job tonight. I mean, you covered everything in great detail. I just absolutely love everything that you have here. It is the real deal. It is the real deal, and there's just tremendous value. And I see, where GFF was when I first started and where it's at now, and it's absolutely insane. I mean, it just keeps getting bigger and better, and I can see why. That elite level is really tremendous, tremendous, tremendous value. And that laptop bonus deal is just ingenious. It's just absolutely ingenious, because it gives everybody, that complete business in a box. As soon as they join, they have that shipped out to them. They open it up, and everything they need to be successful is loaded onto that laptop. It's just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Those professional images, all those high converting funnels, the tremendous value that's contained in that laptop is just insane. I mean, I love it. And I know all of my members who have gotten one are just over the top ecstatic. They're beyond happy. And I can see the success that they're having, early on. And it's because of that, because everything they need is inside of that laptop, So it really eliminates the guesswork. It takes the guesswork out of the equation. They have what they need. They're excited. They're motivated. They're ready to hit the ground running. And that's exactly what they're doing. And I'm so happy. So happy to see where, GFF is going, and just so excited to see where we're going to go between now and the end of the year. It's going to be an amazing 2025. It's already gone by so fast, it seems. Can't even believe
Isn't
like
it?
May is going to be here this week,
Wow, yeah.
I mean,
Wow, May
April
already.
was a great month, but I know May's even going to be better.
Congratulations on your
No
huge
doubt about it.
April.
Yeah, April's been great. Yeah. So thank you for everything that you both do. I mean, you guys are doing a great job. Absolutely love it. Your leadership is tremendous, and you two work so well together and bring so much value to the community. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
And
we do
then you're right,
actually
Tammy.
enjoy
Nobody
working
else out
together,
there
you and I.
has what we do. Especially at that $2,000 level. Nobody can even come close to touching it. Nobody.
Yeah,
There's just nothing quite like it.
yeah, that's true. You and I have talked about that a lot is, a lot of people get stuck and they say they're not techie. And I'm not techie. I didn't program this, and because you've been, with us the longest out of anyone here. Well, actually,
Mm-hmm.
Valerie. So several people, have had the system since 2019, but like the thing is it's not techie. This is why I tell people
Yeah, it's
when they
really
say that,
simple, very
seriously.
non-intimidating. I mean, anybody can do it. Just take your time, follow the simple instructions. It's really super simple the way you have the back office laid out with the videos and the instructions, the combination of those, anybody can set it up.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. Anyone can jump in at any level and get set up. And like I said, when we added Rob last year to do all the setups for everybody, then all of my leaders and marketers just said, "Oh, great, let Rob do the techie stuff and set up for people." I mean, if you've never forwarded a domain name or never purchased a domain name or anything like that, it's very helpful to have Rob on board, you know? So, but yeah, thanks, Mary Beth, for sharing. Kat, do you want to share tonight?
You're welcome.
Share a moment? Anyone?
Yes, absolutely. I had to
Awesome.
get up though and get out. I can't sit still for so long. Yeah, so I love it. Everybody knows that already. I came in end of January, I believe, and had pretty quickly success with $500 sales, and I also got in at the $2,000 level with a laptop, with a Chromebook, and it was amazing. For the first time in my life, I got something set up. I mean, I can always figure things out, but it was still very helpful to have this. And now we are outside with a dog. Hold on one second. I think someone else has to share. Sorry about
Okay.
that. I gotta jump in here.
Yeah, no
So I
problem.
love it.
That's great. Thank you and you got me walking again. Last night I walked 2 miles just because Kat's helping me. Again, with my knee surgery in September, it was brutal. Anyone ever have a knee surgery? It's not fun. I would recommend to just do anything that you can to go around that. It was just brutal. But again, I can work from my phone, my laptop. So anyone else want to share here tonight? Any good experiences, stories, testimonials? So anyone that's on the fence, again, it's a fence kicking party. Want to know when I came up with that idea? It was just a couple weeks ago. Valerie, you remember Joe, right? Yeah, you remember Joe? We used to work with him. Well, remember how he would have the morning radio show, which I think we need to do again sometime. Um, but he had a morning radio show that we would plug everybody into. And he did this fence kicking party. Unfortunately, he's passed. I've had like way too many of my friends and mentors pass in the past 5 years. It's just insane. Had a doctor and a dentist pass away a couple years ago. But anyway, you learn from people, but he was one of them that said, let's have a fence kicking party, you know? So it was really fun. But Valerie, do you want to share tonight?
Sure, I will, Tammy. Thank you. I just want to echo what Mary Beth and Kat have both said tonight. There's so much value here. And as you know, I had to step away because we were moving across country selling a home. And when I came back, I was blown away by everything that you've added. And it's just amazing. So I would just encourage anyone, if you want a business in a box, this is truly it. And I'm really excited about being here, Tammy. And I'm really grateful for you and Rob. You do a great Zoom and all the things you do for us. You really, truly care about our success. And so does Rob. So I really appreciate that.
You're welcome. I nudge you a
Everything.
little, don't I?
What? Oh,
I
yeah,
nudge
you
you
got
guys
to
a
nudge
little
me.
bit. Yeah. Like tomorrow we're
Yeah.
gonna do like live campaigns and we're gonna do actual advertising. So just to back up a little bit, Valerie and I met probably about 9 years ago now, and we met at a live event. Eric Worre, does that ring a bell to anybody?
Okay.
So we went to an Eric Worre Go Pro event, and Mary Beth and I actually met in Pittsburgh live. And I'd love to have a live event. We just gotta spread the news more so that more people know about Get Fearless Freedom. And I think that the t-shirts and the hats and things like that that we launch, and I'm hoping by maybe June that we'll have the apparel that we can wear Get Fearless Freedom logos. And people will say, "What's Get Fearless Freedom?" Right? So anyway, we're hoping that we're going to have a live event. But I remember meeting you, Valerie, and we had this connection of the real estate because, with the crash of 2006 now? I think you and I both went through that.
Yes, 2008.
2008.
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell me a little bit about that when you went through that crash? And I've been through a crash too before, and it is not fun. I mean, I started my online business with $50 in the bank. So if anyone wants to know that you can start from the bottom and work your way up, you really can. You and I have gone through a lot of stuff together in real estate and things like that. It's going to happen again to a lot of people, and we're going to be here to help them pick the pieces up, aren't we?
Right. And this is just a great timing for this opportunity, Tammy.
It is. And I'm going to teach people where to put targeted real estate ads in different, like Craigslist, right? Because a lot of people are on Craigslist. Again, with Rob's presentation that we went over here tonight, is literally Craigslist is one of the places that the eyeballs are. So you got to have eyeballs to your offer. And so that's how I keep making sales and bringing in 1 to 2 members. Well, I'm helping other people now, but when I was really just an affiliate, I could actually get 2 to 3 sales a day. And so that's what I'm training people is how to get those 2 to 3 sales a day with the 4 places that we go to. And that fills up your pipeline, just like when we were mortgage brokers, Bob and I. So I just want people to know that we will literally help you. Everybody here that's not signed up yet, on these training Zooms, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and go off of my, thanks for sharing tonight, Valerie. We appreciate you so much.
And I want to apologize. This was my dog. It was Schnupsel. She had to go to the bathroom. And as a good neighbor, I have to clean up, right? So that's what happened. Sorry about that. And I might want to share, if you want me to share, I came to the United States like 6.5 years ago. And yeah, I always say if I can do this with English as being my second language, then I think everybody can do this. It's really about just doing it. I had a post today that said it too, right? I don't know if anybody saw that. It's really just doing it. If you don't do it, someone else is going to do it. And they might not even be as prepared as you are, because some people don't need to get to the perfection before they start doing. So just go ahead and get started and do it. It's really about doing it. That's my opinion. Not being too shy, and we are the fearless crew, so let's not be fearless.
Yeah, you remind me of a mentor of mine one time when he goes, Tammy, they're gonna get, other people are gonna get the money, so why don't you email your list every day? And I go like, every day? I said to him like that. He's like, yeah, if you don't email the list, then someone else will, and someone else will get that money. And it literally just hung with me. I was like, man, if I could ever just get my teams to, and I used to call everybody team, right? Team Tammy, and everybody knew the Fearless Mama, Tammy. But I said, if I could just get them to email their lists every day. And voila, I find this programmer that then can email everybody's lists every day. And that's literally powerful right there, because a lot of people forget. How many people remembered to email their list today? How many people remembered? Well, you didn't have to, but I'm just saying how many. Mary Beth did it because I'm on her list. But I'm saying, isn't it funny? Like when you get in that habit, but now everybody's relying on me. So I've taught my son how to log into my portal in case I'm busy or whatever with Charlotte, or going to be giving her, 2 weeks in May, I get to have Charlotte all to myself. So it's going to be fun, to be the fearless grandma and closing sales. I'll be like this and she'll be probably crying. Sorry, Charlotte, I got to close a $2,000 deal right now. Grandma's busy, but it's fun. It's fun. We make it fun. There's no reason why anyone should be worried about that other person on the other end of the phone. It's just a person. It's just like you. Kat, when she called into the hotline, I was like, man, this lady is amazing. I'm so excited to meet her. It was so fun.